Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we've got another preview video. We did one about 2 weeks ago for the Barcelona game, and I didn't do one for Real Madrid, and I didn't do one for the last Barca game because I wasn't really feeling very well, so I'm starting to feel better now, so I will be trying to upload and record more videos. Um, Another thing is, it's currently quite heavy rain out there, so I'm sorry and I apologize if there's any background noise. Um, yeah, nothing I can do about it. So, I know this preview is a little bit late considering it's the day of the match day, but I will do it anyways, cause why not? So, the lineup is on the screen. This would be the lineup I would go with. Typical 4-3-3. The defense looking kind of different because for majority of the season we kind of knew what the back five was. The goalkeeper, we know it's going to be Courtois. That's guaranteed. Left back, you could put Alaba there and then play Rudiger and Militao, but I think based on recent performances and the fact that Camavinga has been playing at left back for the last couple of games, I would put him there. Yeah, I would put him there just to give him a lot of games. You know, he's looking to sign a new contract, to extend his contract and also increase the release clause as well. He's not going anywhere. And again, some people, and I do agree with the fact that maybe he's wasting some of his potential. Maybe he's wasting his talent out at left back. But with Mendy out, you know, you just gotta do with what you have. And if playing Camavinga at left back is the solution, then so be it. You gotta just do what you gotta do. So I'm fine with that. On the other side, right hand side, I would expect Carvajal to play after a solid game against Barca, but I think Ancelotti will be looking at the Chelsea game going, I would rather play Carvajal than Vasquez for that game. So maybe I play Vasquez for this game, and then I will play Carvajal for the Chelsea game to keep me rested. Because after all, Ancelotti and the players will be going, look, Laliga might be over, but we'll be pushing. But deep down, you know that maybe they do believe it's over, and maybe it doesn't matter as much anymore compared to the Champions League, compared to the Copa del Rey. So maybe just rest some players for the Champions League tie against Chelsea, which is the important game, very important. The two centre backs, Alaba is back. I'll give him a couple of games, get him running again. And next to him, you could play Militao, like I said, captain, a leader at the back. But again, like Carvalho, he might get the rest, and I would like to see Rudiger start and get some game time as well. So that concludes my back five. Pretty simple, and not much tanking. I mean, look, if Militao plays, Militao plays. If Carvalho plays, Carvalho plays. If Alaba plays at left back and Rudiger comes in with Militao at centre back, so be it. This is just what I would do personally. And one other thing, I was quite impressed with Vasquez when he did play against Real Madrid, so that could be happening again. Who knows? Now, moving on into the midfield tree, it's obviously going to be a 4-3-3 midfield trio. I'll have Tchouaméni playing as the DM. I'm pretty sure in the last game we had Modric, Kroos, and Valverde against Barca. So Tchouaméni has had plenty of time to rest. Of course, this year hasn't been a breakout season. He hasn't played every game and became the best DM in the world. But injuries hasn't helped. And you know what? It seems like he is fit. And let's get him playing. Because why not? He's realistically the only number 6 at the club. Next to him, I would play Ceballos and I would play Valverde. I would rest Modric and Kroos for the Chelsea game because I think Ancelotti will be heading to the Chelsea game because look, everything will be looking at the Chelsea game. You know, that Chelsea game is going to be the one that I think Ancelotti cares about more than this Villarreal game. And I think he would play Modric, he would play Kroos, and he would probably play Tchouaméni as a midfield trio, maybe Valverde. But because of that, I would rest Modric and Kroos, and I would play Ceballos, who has had, again, plenty of rest, done quite well this season, and just give him a game, some game time. Valverde, of course, brilliant season he's having as well, and I would just play him. And that midfield is kind of balanced because you got Tchouaméni, the defensive player, Valverde with the pace he's got, a very attacking-minded player, but also tracks back. And then you have Ceballos, who is almost like a box-to-box. So, look, I think it's a good midfield trio, and that will be what I go with. And then for the front three, again, it's not the most complicated. Rodrigo trained alone yesterday. Whether that is a sign, I'm not so sure. Ancelotti did say that he will play tomorrow, but whether he starts or whether he comes on for half an hour, I'm not sure. I think because Asensio has been finding some form recently, I think I would play Asensio, but again, Asensio, Rodrigo, it doesn't really matter. I think, it's not that big of a deal. And then for the other two, it's pretty locked in. Vini Jr. has been incredible. Arguably the best left winger in the world right now. I don't think there's many wingers out there. Maybe Kvaratskhelia, maybe Rafael Leao, but not many out there has been as good and as consistent like Vini Jr. And Benzema is arguably the most informed striker in the world. Back-to-back hat-tricks against Valladolid and Barcelona, and the first player since Puskas to score a hat-trick for Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. It's huge, and he will be played. Some people could argue that should he get rested, but this goes back to the drawing board. Do we have a backup? Do we have a proper number 9 backup? Don't talk to me about Rodrigo. Don't talk to me about Mariano Diaz, who isn't even fit. Don't talk to me about playing Hazard at striker as well. A proper number 9, except for Mariano Diaz, who isn't good enough, we don't have a backup. So we just have to do with it. Maybe Rodrigo plays up front and Benzema is rested for that Chelsea game. Another thing is, I was kind of, like Vasquez, impressed with Eden Hazard against Real Madrid. I think that he came on, he got an assist, didn't he, for Vasquez, the last goal. Look, Eden Hazard is going to be that player. When you're 3, 4, 5-0 up, you bring Hazard on for Vini Jr. or Benzema or whoever to give them a rest and give Hazard a couple of minutes. He's not going to be a starter anymore. So we could see Hazard come on for the last 15 minutes. We could see Rodrigo come on for the last half an hour. We could see maybe Militao play, maybe Carvajal play, who knows. But in terms of resting the team, in terms of trying to get the team to go out there to win, because after all, we've been talking about how Ancelotti and the team might be looking at Chelsea, but let me show you something here. Now, this is just a table. Don't worry, it's not sponsored, but we've got the table here. Now you look at what's going on this side. So you have Barca running away with it. They're 12 points clear. They will win the Liga. 12 points with 11 games to go. That's out of the window. But then you look at Real Madrid, and I think everyone has been talking about how Real Madrid are going to chase Barca, which isn't a thing now. But let's not forget, the gap between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid is 5 points, and just 5 points. If you lose out on your remaining 11 games, that's basically 2 losses. If we lose two games, and win our rest, and Atletico win all of their games, which may or may not happen, that would mean Atletico go up to second, we slip down to third. And anything, of course, anything except for winning the Liga is a good season. But if you don't win it, you have to be second. If you are third, it's a poor season. So there goes my point. Back to the formation. You always look in front of you, but now we gotta look behind us, because in front of us is no longer a thing possible, but behind us is possible. It's very, very, very possible for Atletico to catch us and overtake us. So we gotta still be taking La Liga seriously, because we don't want to be finishing third. If we can't finish first, we want to finish second, and that isn't good enough. But finishing third is honestly not good enough, simply not good enough, and that might be a huge risk, a blow to Ancelotti's future. It could be, if we finish third. Just saying. But back to this, I think, you saw the table. We are taking on a Villarreal side. They are 6th, so they aren't bad in any way. Of course not. 44 points, 13 wins, 5 draws, 9 losses. They're just 1 point off Betis, and they're only 4 points off top 4. So they'll be heading into this game with a lot of optimism, a lot of hope to catch us, to try to get to the top 4. And look, I like Villarreal as a team. What they did last season in the Champions League was incredible. They are a team that you can't underestimate, because you never know what to get from Villarreal. And last time out, we've been beaten by them. We lost 2-1 away, and then we were 2-0 down, and the incredible comeback to make it 3-2, most recently about 2 months ago. So look, this game is going to be tough. It's going to be a game that we have to take seriously because of what's happening behind us. And even though we'll be looking forward to the Chelsea game, like I said, we have to be cautious going to this one. You gotta plan for the Chelsea game, but also not go too weak with your selection. And I feel like this team consists of Benzema, Vini Jr., Valverde, Tchouaméni, Alaba, Rudiger, Courtois, but also mixed in with players like Vasquez, who doesn't play often, Asensio doesn't start often, Ceballos doesn't start often, even Camavinga. So look, I think we can do it. I'm gonna say a 2-1 win to Real Madrid. Again, we might concede a goal, but the win is the win. And if we win 2-1, good, I suppose. But hope you guys have enjoyed today's preview. I will be doing another one of these. So after this, we'll be doing obviously the typical Real Madrid review, and then we might talk a bit about Graham Potter. He's sacking Frank Lampard back at Chelsea, and then we move on to the Chelsea preview as well. So look, games are flying in thick and fast. My last review of Real Madrid Barcelona, that game, I looked at the games. We have basically got a game until the 6th of May. From now to the 6th of May, for the next month, we've got a game every 3 or 4 days. So it's gonna be a very, very, very tight end to the season. It's gonna be games after games after games, and Ancelotti and the team have to cope with it. And let's see. Can't wait for the Chelsea game, but we obviously have to get past this Villarreal game. So let's see what and how we do. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's preview. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.